Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music.
That's right.
She's got the RNA
Someone's
shirt.
loyal. What?
Loyalty is number one. And we're back in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think... No, we were back last week.
We were back last week. What are
We
you
were
talking
live
about?
last week.
They know we're back
I
in
feel like
Texas.
I haven't shot a video with the camera in front.
Oh, right. Sure.
That's what it is. I haven't used the Cannon in a while.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It feels weird
It does.
to be talking to a camera.
Yet
again.
somehow comfortable. In a way.
Live studio audience. Which one day I want to do. That would be so amazing.
I'm
to
sure
do
we can
live
do.
Ask RNA.
I'm sure we can. With actual live people.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that at a clinic next time we have a clinic.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Anyways, we're here to answer your questions. This is our weekly
Yes.
FAQ, Ask
Yay.
RNA. And we're going to
Yes.
answer y'all's questions up in here right now, today. So excited. Let's do this. My printer ain't working
There it
today,
is.
so we're going to use
Honey.
it.
Okay,
I
good.
got no, cannot see your knee. I like it though. You've got nice knees.
Thank you.
So I'm going to read the questions off the iPad. First question, Cullen James. Question for next time. Gibson suing Dean. Getting litigious about their iconic brand. What are your thoughts 5 hours ago?
What were my thoughts 5 hours ago?
Yeah, no, this was, this kind of broke this very morning, which is
Oh,
Friday.
right, yes.
I already shared a Facebook post about it, you know.
Thursday.
And this will kind of feed into the
Thursday.
next question. What is it? Oh, it is Thursday. I don't
Yes.
even know what day it is. It's summertime.
Yeah.
But anyway, this news broke this very morning.
Uh-huh.
A couple of days ago, Gibson put up a video with their new brand
Yeah.
vice president
Solid
of
thumbnail.
brand shenanigans.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it.
Yeah, Mark Agnesi.
Yeah.
And they pretty much pulled it down pretty quickly after uploading it because it made them look like a-holes,
Yeah.
basically. I actually watched the video and I'm like,
Oh,
you guys
it's not good.
are not winning any friends right now.
No, not so much.
But immediately on the heels of that, they pulled it down themselves. So they got to know that, hey, you're just pissing off everybody.
You would think that they had put it through some PR people before they posted it,
You would think.
but I don't think that their PR people had their ear to the ground beforehand, and they were just like, "Yeah, you're Gibson." They're a bunch of probably brown nosers, and they were like, "Whoa, we didn't realize how much people
Yeah.
didn't like,
Yeah, it was a whole bunch
didn't
of
like this."
ultimate
What?
fanboys who think their own company is the greatest company ever, and everybody probably thinks that way. They didn't
Yes,
probably
of course they
really
do.
run through that. So then it comes up this morning that Gibson filed a big lawsuit against Dean, or Armadillo Enterprises, which owns Dean Guitars and Luna Guitars,
Oh yeah.
and D-Drum. And they're suing them over copyright infringement and like some pretty heavy stuff. You can go read the article. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they think, after Dean has been making these guitars for 40 years,
Right.
40 years,
Yeah, they've been around.
now Gibson's going to sue them because they stole their jobs. They stole our jobs. So what do I think about it? I think it's a bunch of hooey, Cullen James. I think Gibson is pew, 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 shooting their own toes off right now. Just, they got a new CEO in this past year, restructured, went bankrupt, restructured, new CEO, everybody was getting kind of excited, like, hey, Gibson's going to turn a corner.
Yeah.
They're going to improve their quality. They're going to
Yeah.
listen to their market. They're going to listen to people.
Yeah.
And, I think for the most part, up to this point, people were kind of excited
Right.
that, hey, maybe we've turned a corner and things are going to be good.
Yeah. We've been down that road.
Yeah. And then they pull out this lawsuit crap. And
Yeah.
it's like, I know people. I know some small builders who have gotten cease and desist letters from Gibson threatening to sue them because
We do.
their guitar,
Hello.
whoa, their guitar shapes were too close to Gibson's shapes. And the thing with the smaller builders is they don't have the money to go through a legal battle.
Right.
Even if you could win it. Like, even if you could win, it could
Yeah.
bankrupt you to win.
Right.
You might win the
Yeah.
lawsuit, but now you're bankrupt.
Right, because you got to pay folks to do
you
all
gotta
the
pay-
work and the leg work and all the.
Fender did that to
Research and
Mesa
stuff.
Boogie. I mean, the owner of Mesa
Right.
Boogie told that story where Fender absolutely stole something that Mesa had patented.
Oh yeah, I remember watching.
And
the
they
video
were
of
like,
the story.
yeah, take us to court. We have a CBS Tower has a room full of lawyers. We'll bury you. I mean, you might be right, but we'll bankrupt you. And they're like, it's not worth losing your company over to win. So,
Yeah,
after
that
winning,
sucks.
so he basically, the owner of Mesa Boogie was just saying, hey, you can patent your stuff if you want to, but it really doesn't
At
matter.
the end of the day, someone's going to steal it.
Some big company with more money than you can't afford to fight them.
It's like the story of McDonald's.
Yeah. Right on. So, the little guys some of them probably can't even afford to go hire a lawyer
Right.
to go fight that stuff. So it's easy pickings for Gibson to go after those guys. It's interesting that they chose Dean though, because Dean's got some money.
Yeah, I think it's just, a sign of desperation for anybody to do that. It's a little sad to me to think that they're this petty.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like today, Aiden and I went to Sonic to grab him a burger because he was hungry because he hasn't been feeling well. And he finally kind of got his appetite up and he was, so I thought I'd treat him since he hasn't been feeling well. So we went to Sonic and he got a burger and we're going through the line and the girl is kind of frazzled and stuff like that. And he was like, man, I feel bad for her. And I was like, I know. I said, food service people get it hard because you never know, especially in a drive-thru, the next person is literally like a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get in the next window. You're just kind of hoping everybody's in a good mood. I was like, but you have to treat everybody. I use that as a life lesson. Treat everybody with respect. Because, ultimately, especially in food service, you're basically paying somebody, you're giving people money for your next poop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so you're getting mad and frustrated. And yes, they got your order wrong. And yes, it might be, something about like, yeah, I paid for
cheese
this.
and tater tots.
Right. I paid for this and I get that. I get you paid for something and you want something in return. But ultimately you're dealing with a person. And at the end of the day, especially in food service or even for a guitar, it's just a guitar. Most of these things are going to end up in pawn shops and are going to get destroyed, or they're going to be fought over in divorce suits, or a kid is going to break it, or something's going to happen. At the end of the day, these piddly things of a shape of a thing is no reason to destroy another company over or to go after another company. And I think we have grown and then we have shrunk in some areas. It's like breathing. It goes out and it goes in. Some areas grow and some areas shrink down. But in some areas, we have grown in the fact that our perspective has grown and you shouldn't be treating people like crap over petty things.
Right.
About the decisions that they make and who they are or who they love or whatever is because some of those things are going to change. Some of those things are going to be different 50 years from now. On their deathbed, are you really going to be worried about this? And again, when I was telling him, it was why yell at a person because they forgot to put your tomatoes on your burger when literally in 4 to 5 hours you're going to, I was going to say something bad. You're going to crap. I did. You're going to crap that thing right out. So not only did you make someone feel like crap, but the thing that you were making that person feel like crap, you just crapped out.
It's really just crap.
It's really just crap. So at the end of the day, I think Gibson should really look at themselves and ask themselves, what kind of company do we want to be? There are certain companies that we all know and love that we go to because they are family oriented, because they have been true to their word, because they are good people, and they start from the top and it works its way to the bottom. And every single person, look at Chick-fil-A, no matter how they treat people, no matter what their belief system, they are excellent at what they do.
They make a good chicken sandwich.
But they treat their employees amazingly. They do great things. They do great things for people.
I heard Gibson treats their employees amazingly.
Really?
Wait, no, I didn't.
Oh, I was going to what?
No, they treat them like
that does not sound like right. See, exactly. So I'm at the end of the day, people will see that, and what's more important? honestly. And I get it. Some people are like, but I really like their stuff. It's nostalgia. It has been around forever. My dad owned one. I have one from my childhood, blah, blah, blah. It was my first guitar. And I get that. But then again, then you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? At the end of the day, is it worth it? And I don't think it is. And I think they're going to pay for that.
Yeah, I think this is going to absolutely backfire on them PR-wise. It already is. There's a lot of, on the internet, people are like, hey, there are a lot of small builders and people in the industry, like Brian Wampler from Wampler Pedals. They put out a pretty interesting post about, like, hey, what are you guys doing? Like, we're rooting for you. Like,
right.
We like you, and we want to like you more. You made a bunch of mistakes, but even in spite of all these other mistakes you've made over the last decades, we still want you to kind of like, hey, come on, buddy, you can do it.
Yes.
Come on, you can do it. We're rooting for you. We really are.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, no. Oh, now you're just really making it worse on yourself. Why? And they had the opportunity to lead with positivity and, like, if you make a great guitar and you have great service and you have, you do all these things great, people are going to buy.
Right.
People are going to follow you because you're doing a great job and you're treating people right. Mm-hmm. Like, there's been a million other guitar companies for a long time now, and none of them have put Gibson out of business.
Right.
If anyone puts Gibson out of business, Gibson is going to put Gibson out of business.
Yes.
Which happens. They are working really hard.
I tell you what.
At putting themselves out of business. Mm-hmm. And I think, because we were at the Dallas Guitar Show, and I even asked, like, Heritage Guitars, which was formerly built all the Gibson stuff, and I was looking at the other guy, Jimmy Wallace Guitars. So Jimmy Wallace had a huge thing there, and he has his own Jimmy Wallace guitars. Mm-hmm. And they're all just like carbon copies of Gibsons, pretty much. And I was looking at them, and I was looking at the Heritage guys. I'm like, hey, how can they get away with making these? Because I know people who've gotten cease and desist letters, He's like, well, how do we get away with it? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, because it's not the same. Right. It's different. We have a different headstock. It's different. It's very similar, but it's different. Right. So, and he said, the thing is, the new leadership of Gibson has forgotten, I guess, that they've already tried this with lawsuits and lost. They lost to PRS right there. They lost to PRS. They lost to ESP Guitars. They've already done this. They've already tried this and lost. Right. So I don't know what they think they have to gain, because they're going to have to sue a lot of people. Yeah. And you're just going to piss everyone off. Right. No one's going to want to be a part of that. Yeah, even if they're not going to, I don't think they're going to win this. If they do win this, it'll be a tragedy, and it's going to backfire on them, and so many people are going to be pissed. Yeah. They're going to lose market share, because, like, I'm never buying a Gibson from you guys. Screw y'all. Yeah. Or, I think that's what's going to happen anyways. Whether they win or lose, people are going to be like, screw you guys. Because now that they've stepped into this current, their pride has already been shown. Like, when you have that much pride, it is hard to come back from it. It's hard to say, you're right, I'm wrong. It's hard to go to it back. So now that they've stepped into this current, either they're going to fight so hard that they win, or it's going to just take them away. It's just going to take them over the edge, and they're not going to be able to return from a lot of this, because they've already set up a foundation to set themselves up for a huge, which is sad. Yeah. Not really well thought out. It's really sad. Think. And I get it. They're not talking about, like, you got guitars coming out of China that look exactly like a Gibson and says Gibson and says Les Paul on it, and it's like an actual, like, forgery. Mm-hmm. They're kind of trying to say it's that, but it's not. They're wanting to go after PRS for having a single cut, which Gibson invented, which they didn't. Right. I mean, Gibson stole stuff from Martin. Like, Gibson didn't invent the guitar. Right. The guitar existed before Gibson existed. And why can't Martin sue the crap out of Gibson for copying their acoustic guitar shapes? Be original. Because they're not. Come on now. Petty? I don't know. Yes, they're not petty a-holes. That's so bad. That's so mean. Okay, we're not going to be ugly. Well, whatever. But it's just like, let's not throw stones too. And now I have seen a few comments on the internet where there are people like, good for Gibson. Yeah, protect your whatever. Right. Protect your trademark. It's like, they've already lost.
Right.
It's not.
But it's like what we were talking about earlier.
But most people, I would say like
Yeah.
90% so far, the reactions have been like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah. It's like, well, it's like what you were saying earlier about that this company has been around for 40 years. And now that they've experienced, Gibson has, Dean has been around for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now that Gibson has experienced bankruptcy and multiple failed lawsuits, it's just kind of like, why now? I mean, why? And keep at it. It's like someone's in there, like someone's on their board that wants Gibson to be destroyed. That's what it seems like. Like this is like a weird movie where there's like this boardroom, but you have this one person that's trying to fight for Gibson, but the bad guy is there trying to destroy it because he has ulterior motives to break down the company into small pieces and sell it off.
Yeah, you thought the last CEO
you would
was
think,
bad.
it's almost like a weird, like, is this a movie from the 80s? Is Michael J. Fox going to show up and try to win a lawsuit against,
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening here?
It's crazy.
It really is.
I think it's crazy. I really do. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below. Is Gibson just being stupid with this lawsuit stuff? Are they shooting their own toes off, as we say in Texas? Or do you think they're going to get away with it?
Man. Starting with the big toe.
They're blowing them own toes off right now. I mean, I have a Gibson. I have 2 Gibsons. Mm-hmm. But...
I get it because of nostalgia. And
yeah, it's nostalgia. I said that this morning to Chris Mitchell. Chris Mitchell, CMG Guitars, they had a thing with Gibson and they won. Mm-hmm. They're a little bitty maker, and they actually beat Gibson on a lawsuit. So what does that tell you? If CMG
it was like
can beat
David
them,
and Goliath, though.
Yeah,
it was a little bit David and Goliath.
But the fact that PRS won, and the fact that ESP won, and CMG won, and there's been other people who won. CMG, yeah, CMG's over there. Anyways, okay, that's enough of that. We'll go to the next question, which is funny. Driddle. Yeah. Why does everyone love to hate Gibson? They try to innovate and they get crap for not sticking to tradition. They go back to tradition and they get crap for not being cutting edge. Their latest video was edgy and a warning to counterfeit makers, and they get crap for trying to be a bully. Shake my head. Okay, Driddle. Why does everybody love to hate Gibson? It's because they're stupid. Because they're doing it wrong. All right.
I think we addressed it.
Yeah, well,
honestly.
The thing is, they aren't listening to their customers.
Right.
They try to innovate. It's like, not because we asked them to innovate. I don't think anybody said, I wish Gibson would make some robot tuner machines. I wish Gibson would do it different. I don't think none of their hardcore, none of the big customer base asked them to do that stuff. And they just started doing it. And we're like, what are you guys doing? And then like they made pretty much a copy of a PRS recently with a Gibson headstock. It's like, really? Really? That's funny. There's a meme floating around because they actually did like a Jimi Hendrix signature guitar.
Meme in the guitar world about Gibson guitars.
They built a Jimi Hendrix Strat a couple years ago. A Gibson Jimi Hendrix signature Strat. I'm like, what? You guys are stealing from Fender. You're building guitars like PRS. That's your way of innovating, is building a PRS with a Gibson headstock.
Yes, I'm telling you, there's somebody in the company that's like...
Somebody's trying to blow it up from the inside. Yeah. I think the thing is, Driddle, because they just keep making bad decisions. And I don't think they're listening to... Now, you can't please everybody.
No.
And you're never going to be able to please everybody.
Yeah.
But
it's staying true to who you are and just keep on trucking because you have already built a tradition and just keeping it true. Just keep going. They were already on, like, going back to that river, go stay on the river that you were on. Why all this fuss? There's plenty of people. There are people who have never heard of PRS. There's people who've never heard of Washburn. We've had people come in here and I'm like, what's a Washburn?
Washburn's been around since like 1803
What's a Schecter? So the fact that Gibson's doing that, it's like some people go online and they have no idea who we are. No idea. There's billions of people who have no idea who we are. Yeah. So it's the fact.
But there's 7,000 of y'all who know who we are.
That's right. But the fact that they don't think that they could share the pie.
There's enough for everybody.
And they've already built a home name a name that's recognizable across the board. And if they just stayed steady with that and stayed true to their word and stayed, had the continuity about it, they wouldn't have any problems. But because, like Ryan just said, I think they've been going back. And I don't really know guitars. I'm just an outsider, honestly, looking in. I'm looking at you like, y'all acting like a crazy girlfriend who's scratching keys on her boyfriend's car.
Gibson's bipolar.
That's what you look like right now.
Not
to
make
me,
fun of people who are bipolar.
But it's like, come on, stop it, Amber. It's like, what is going on with you right now, Gibson? You don't do that. You don't treat people that way. But, and then on the other side of the coin, I do understand the loyalty to a brand that you've always known and loved and you've had sentimental attachment to. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, is it worth it?
I have sentimental attachments to the Gibsons I already have.
Of course,
because they're older. But I don't think I would buy a brand new one. I'm not going to buy a 2019.
Right.
I'm certainly not going to buy one now. I would still like to buy a 1975 Les Paul Custom because it's old and there's sentiment to that. But I'm like, I don't think I want to support current stuff.
Right.
You guys are just, I don't know what y'all are doing. They're crazy. But I think that they make too much of a drastic change. Like, you're talking about them innovating. I don't think they innovated. Like, they tried to do something that they called innovation, and everybody's like, we didn't ask for that. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. Or if they would have stayed like, okay, here's our core stuff, or, our core things that would have always made us great, and we're sticking to that. Then we have a couple little things over here. If you're interested in this kind of some innovative stuff, we're going to test it on a small scale, see what the response is. If it picks up, great, do it more. If it falls flat on its face, don't do it.
Right.
But, Fender's actually really good at that. Like, they have their core stuff. Like, if you want a Fender that's the same as it was from the 1950s, they got that, and they have pretty much stayed true. But they also have some stuff on the fringes. They'll do some weird oddball stuff on the side and be like, hey, we got this. But not at the expense of their core
tradition
thing that made them great. You know. That's a lot of Gibson talk for today. We'll go to the next question and final question. There's only 3 today.
That's enough.
That's fine. Terry Stark says, #ByeByeFly.
Yes.
Great show.
It's gone.
And I love the Tetherax straps. He got one from us. Everyone who's reading this one, order from RNA. It'll be the only one y'all use. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
Ryan, the guitar industry is now like the auto industry. They are already getting ready to launch the 2020s. In August and September. Anything y'all are looking forward to? Yeah, they're already getting ready to, not too long from now. I mean, Winter NAMM was just a few months ago. 5 months ago, I guess. Yeah. It's already time for okay, 2020 stuff's coming out. Like, the 2019 stuff that was announced at NAMM is probably just now starting to land at stores.
Right.
And then it's like, hey, just a few months to talk about the 2020 stuff. It's kind of crazy.
It really is.
Everything moves so fast now. No. There's not really anything I'm looking forward to in the 2020. I don't even know. I'm in the industry and I don't even know what all the new
is out there
stuff. Other than obviously from CMG, I know they have a new shape coming out. They have a new amp coming out because we were just there and we talked to Chris about it. But with other companies, I don't even know what is on the horizon. I'm always interested to see what Schecter's going to do. Big Schecter fan. So and they always change it up. They have their kind of core models that they've had for a long time. They always introduce some new stuff every year.
Yeah.
See how it goes. If it sells well, they do it some more. If it doesn't, they discontinue it. It's just kind of a smart thing. So I'm always interested to see what they come out with. Most of the times it's colors and maybe some spec changes, slight stuff. So anything and everything that Schecter brings out, I'm always interested to see. Anything else? See, I don't even know what's on the horizon for a lot of these companies.
We've been so face to the ground, trying to get through summer and juggling with lessons and recitals and performances and stuff like that.
And traveling.
And rebuilding, inventory that we already have of products that we already have and traveling and just family and everything like that. It's, that kind of stuff is just not really in your wheelhouse right now. Editing videos is in
God. I'm so
is
far
on the
behind
floor
on
right
videos.
now.
I've got so many hours of video on the hard drive I've got to get to.
Right.
I'm so so stuck.
Yes.
in that.
Yes. We're both
yeah.
working at home and up here. You know, Nicholas is working up here now, and so we've just been swamped with just trying to get everything, all the things checked off the list that we have to get done just for summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just summer. We're just trying to get summer. We're not looking to 2020 just yet.
Yeah. It's just been nonstop. So
A good nonstop, but nonstop nonetheless.
I'm trying to think of stuff that I know that's coming out. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff that was just announced, talking about back in Winter NAMM in January, is again just now hitting the marketplace. So I haven't really looked a whole lot at what the 2020 stuff is, the big stuff. I mean, we don't carry Gibson or Fender or PRS,
right?
And so kind of what they're doing and what they're releasing isn't super at the front of my attention, you know, versus like the brands we do carry. Acacia's coming out with some stuff. Well, we kind of already know what's going on with them. Vola's got some new models coming out that I'm pretty excited about. They're real good about sharing what's coming. They've got some pretty sweet guitars on the way. So, and I think there may be a single cut in the future from Vola. What if Gibson doesn't sue their faces off? But I don't think it's going to work. There's always somebody with more money. And there's always somebody willing to go fight, you know, and who can afford a lawyer and can afford to drag it out. I mean, Gibson might put themselves out of business. You know, I thought they were under some financial stress.
Who knows?
But, you know. But there's a couple of things coming in the future from Vola that I'm interested in. I don't know if I can even talk about them or not. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. I don't know.
No.
But
don't worry about it.
Well, not a whole lot of stuff, Terry. So that was Terry. He was in the shop not too long ago. I'm glad. It was nice to see you in person, Terry. So I think that's it. What are you guys? Is there anything out there that you guys and gals are excited about?
Yeah.
Coming up for 2020.
We like hearing about it.
Yeah. Give me your perspective. You tell us below. It's like what's coming down the pipe that you're super excited about. Let us know. And also let us know your thoughts on Gibson in the comment section.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Oh, well, I am ready to read some commentary.
And it's okay because everybody's opinion sometimes matters.
Well, sometimes. It depends on how they leave it. You know,
yes, be nice.
If you're, I mean, it's okay to be frustrated.
Yes, no arguing. Play nice, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe, well, I was going to say, maybe no name calling, but I already said that they were stupid.
Yes, yeah, you did.
I did say that,
You
didn't I?
were a little mean.
Was I?
Yeah, you need to be nice.
I mean, like, well, that was not very harsh.
Yeah.
There's a much harsher things.
Cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Cotton-headed ninny muggins. That's, you know, there's a lot harsher things people are saying, but you guys let us know. And of course, ask a question for next week. Comments on this week's episode. Questions for next week.
Yes.
So we can answer those next week. And we will see y'all in the next video. Secret hashtag of the day. What should it be? All right, y'all. So if you made it to the end of this video, you are super amazing. And there's a secret hashtag of the day. And if you put that in the comments, then we'll leave you a comment saying you're a legend because you are. And so today's secret hashtag of the day is hashtag busy summer. Because ours has been super busy. I bet y'all's is busy. And it's continuing to be super busy. So hashtag, what did I say it was?
Busy summer.
Busy summer.
Yes.
See, we're so busy I can't even remember 2 seconds ago. Hashtag busy summer. Type that in the comment section, and you guys are a legend. And that lets us know who actually watches from the beginning to the very end.
Yes, because that was our last conversation.
It was. Super busy. So, anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
You need the music.
And we need the music. And we got to protect our heritage of our iconic brand. We need to keep music alive for the next generation.
That's more like it.
Lead with positivity.
Yes, all the time.
Lead with positivity. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Inspire. Don't.
Yes. Tear down.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Inspire, don't expire.
Yeah. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.